I realized right this second that since this is live, I'm already on. So I'm gonna wait till 12:30 in case folks want to join live. This is just our exclusive private yoga class, semi-private yoga class for Sandra, for Jocelyn, for Jamie, and for Aaliyah. This is how I legitimately get ready for a yoga class. I settle in with my tea, and then I just start kind of moving my body. So if you're here already, you can just find some movement in your body. Since yoga is to join the mind, the body, the spirit with the witness state and the true bliss nature of ourselves, moving the body can help to kind of bring us into the moment, bring us out of whatever we've been doing. I've been at the dentist this morning with my youngest daughter, followed by some phone calls with car insurance for my older daughter. And then I was asked to watch anime with my youngest daughter, which I did. I have a hard time watching television, especially during the day, because there's so much to do. But I did it. So now I'm just transitioning here to my mat. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm just letting my body arrive. So do what it means for you to let your body arrive. When I feel my fingers pressing against each other, it creates this awareness for me that, oh yeah, I'm here. I am here. I'm not here. I don't need to be working up here anymore. I'm ready to be here, to be present in my physical body. It's so warm outside that my house feels cold. So I can't believe I have on a sweater when it's 70, but such is getting used to the warmness. As you get ready for your practice, surround yourself with things that make you feel like it's sacred. Fire does that for me, so I like to have candles nearby. I've got my room well lit. I usually have a rock or two nearby me. We'll begin in just a couple of minutes. Welcome to Yin Yoga for people with stiff backs and hips and legs. I just call it that to perhaps entice people who are like, what's Yin Yoga? To join in, because it's really, that's what it's for. It's just, it's low-key, deep, intense stretching to help relieve our lower back, hip, and leg pain. Let's begin by finding a seat. You can sit with your legs in easy pose, Sukadya. You can do lotus if that feels good. I think I might take a half lotus. I'm warmed up enough. I've been sitting here in easy pose for a while. You can sit on your knees, whatever feels good for you. When you're with me and we're doing stretches, we're always going to begin with a centering and a settling, and then we'll move into a slightly restorative yoga pose that is a slight stretch, and then we jump into being uncomfortable on purpose. If there's something you specifically need to work on today, you can type it in the chat, you can email me, you can text me. We'll do it this time or we'll do it next time. I really love hearing your input. So let's just begin by getting centered with the breath. So breathing fully and deeply into your lower belly, into your root and sacral chakras. See if you can involve your perineal tissue in your breath by bringing your perineal tissue up and in. Even as you exhale, you keep that perineal lock, you keep that bandha by lifting the tissue up and in. And with your next exhalation, release the bandha, release the breath. Breathe now into your third chakra, the space behind your belly button and just above your belly button. As you exhale, make some sounds. Let go of what you don't need. Breathe into your heart space. Exhale in any manner that feels good for you. Inhale into your collarbones and your throat and into the back of your neck. Inhale into your third eye space. You can put the tongue on the roof of your mouth to sort of connect with this energy in the center of your head. Breathe into the space just above where your body ends, the top, the crown of your head. You can put your hand up there and just feel that even when you're not touching yourself, you can feel the warmth, you can feel the energy radiating from your being. Breathe into that space. Exhale, let it go. Let's inhale again and shrug our shoulders up toward the ears. Exhale, let everything fall. And then we're going to come onto our backs for our first pose. This is going to be Reclined Twist. So you're going to lay down with your feet flat on the floor, knees up. And let's let both knees drop over to the right side. The arms open in a cactus shape. And the gaze goes over the left shoulder. If you have candles nearby, just be careful where you're bending and where you're putting your legs. Breathe fully into the sensation you feel. And if you need to feel more sensation, play with what you're doing with your top left leg. You might want to take eagle legs, and that just means tucking that left leg under the right. You might straighten out that top left leg, or you might just keep your knees bent. Feel what feels good for you. What we're going for is an opening of the arms and shoulders and a sensation in the lower back and hips that's rather uncomfortable, but sort of in a good way. It's that hurts so good stretch. We're just going to hold this stretch for 5 more breaths, but this is one you can revisit all throughout the day. Hold it for up to 3 minutes on each side, and just this one pose provides so much relief for your back. 3 more breaths. After your third breath, find your feet back on the floor. This time, let your knees drop over to the left side. The arms open again into a cactus. And the gaze goes over your right shoulder this time. Breathe into the sensation and just know that you're doing your body a real favor. You're opening the fascia, opening the connective tissue that keeps you stuck. And we store many emotions in this part of our soma, so there might be stuff in your hips that's been stuck for decades. Let it go with your breath. 5 more breaths on this side. At your 5th breath, bring your feet back to your mat. If it feels good to do so, you can straighten both legs out and reach both arms up above your head with your biceps near your ears. Really stretch and reach your fingertips as far away as you can while you reach your toes as far away as you can simultaneously. Stretching the side body on both sides like your body is a human hammock tied to a tree. Inhale, and as you exhale, you can sit up. We're going to come into half caterpillar. I should have said at the beginning of this practice, I'm not going to keep you very long. These are microdose yoga sessions. So 17 minutes of yoga is about what I'm expecting. Sometimes we might go to 30 minutes, especially on Thursday with a restorative practice for tired people. So let's sit up straight, as straight as you can, and put your left leg out straight. Take your right foot and place it on your thigh. We're going to inhale, let the arms come up towards the sky. Exhale as you fold forward from the waist, from the hips. If it feels good and natural to place your hands on your feet, you can do that. If you can't reach your foot, that's okay. I have super long monkey arms. You can reach your shin bone or your knee. We want to definitely avoid this motion. And we want to really make sure that we're folding forward like the belly button has a straight line to the floor. I promise my kitty is fine. The door is open. She can go in and out into the backyard. She's just telling me she wants to be in the front yard where she can dig up hibernating snakes. As you fold forward, notice that stretch you feel in the back of your hamstrings and calf. And just know that that feeling, that sensation is your connective tissue opening, softening, lengthening. Breathe into the sensation. Know that if you can be uncomfortable on purpose, it helps you when you're uncomfortable outside of your own control. Breathe deeply, and really every time you inhale, take in everything you need. When you exhale, let go of everything you just don't need. 3 more breaths here. After your 3rd breath, you can find yourself coming back to a seated position and extend both of your feet so that your legs are straight and your feet are together. I'm just going to windshield wiper the feet back and forth. That just kind of loosens up the hips. And then we'll do just like we did on the other side with this time, this time with the right leg straight out. The left foot is pressed against the right thigh. And let's just pause for a moment. Notice if it feels awkward to sit up straight And just know that in time, as you loosen the fascia, the connective tissue in your lower back, and as you strengthen the muscles all along your spine, your erector spinae muscles, sitting up will actually feel really good, and then leaning back in a chair is what feels weird. So this actually supports your growth through the years, especially for women, getting this upper body strength in the core, not just the belly, but the lower back and all the way up to the neck. Getting a really strong back, getting some weight resistance in the arms. This is what protects us as we age. We want to open and get flexible in the hips and legs and low back, and we want to get really strong in the upper body as women. So let's take another deep breath in as we reach up toward the sky, toward the stars. Fold forward. And notice one side may be different than the other. It's not as easy for me to reach my toes on this side. Notice what you notice and send your breath to any area of your body that needs some loving care. Anywhere that just feels a little ouchy or more stuck than others. You might even feel waves of emotion come up when you stretch, and that's totally normal and fine. Whatever you feel, just feel it. Struggling is going against what you feel. We'll just hold this for another 3 breaths. And after your 3rd breath, find yourself coming back to a seat. This time we're going to fold both feet together and press them against each other. This is bound angle or butterfly pose. See if you can press your knees toward the ground just using your leg muscles. And hold your feet together with your hands. Just stand up as straight as you can while you're breathing. And then we're going to make sort of a nice stretch out of it for the lower back. We're going to do that by, if you'd like to keep your heels in close to your pelvis, you can. If you'd like to bring your heels out some more, that's okay too. I'm going to keep my hands on my feet, and I'm actually going to use my elbows to try to push my legs down. I am a bow-legged person, so this kind of stretch does not come really easy to me. Some people's knees are flat on the floor, and if that's you, that's wonderful. You'll be able to fold forward a little easier. And if your knees are up like mine or even up like this, that's fine too. You're still getting a lot out of it. See if you can use your elbows to push your knees. We don't want to hurt ourselves, but creating some discomfort is okay. And once again, we're establishing that line of energy from the belly button to the floor as we lean forward. And I imagine you'll be feeling an edge, is what we call that uncomfortable sensation. Maybe in the groin, maybe the lower back, maybe the outer hips. Breathe into this space. And give yourself the emotional freedom to just be where you are. To not be in resistance to anything. To just accept and allow all the sensations that you feel, all the thoughts that arise. And that's really the whole point of meditation, is to get into this witness wisdom body so that we can escape the torture of the monkey mind, of being trapped in our minds. So yin is really all about learning how to lean into the sensation. Pema Chodron says, invite your hard parts to tea. Invite your ugliest parts of yourself to tea. Instead of running away from things that we don't like, we invite them in closer. And we stay with them, and we sit with them like a good friend. And we say, this is uncomfortable, but I'm going to sit here with you. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not pretending to be anywhere else or wanting anything else. I'm just here. So be a friend to yourself with your own sensations, whether it's the physical, almost pain in the hips and groin, or if any frustration bubbles up for you, like, God, how long are we going to do this? Or I have better things to do with my time. Just kind of notice what you notice, feel it. No judging, no berating, just notice. We're going to hold this for about another minute, and you can lean forward more when you feel like you've got the space to do so. I'm going to read you this quote from the Tao Te Ching. I did adapt it a little bit to make it a feminine quote. The goddess observes her worlds, but trusts her inner vision. She allows things to come and go. Her heart is as open as the sky. So once you notice what you notice and you accept what you feel, see if you can let it go. Just be as open as the sky. 4 more breaths. After your 4th breath, see if you can use your core to lift yourself up. I like to always use my hands to bring my knees up out of the position. And then we're going to windshield wiper the knees just like we did with the feet, which takes a little coordination. It might make you scoot forward, and that's okay. Transitioning however you'd like to, we're going to stand up. So come into a standing position. Step your right foot out in front of your left foot. Both legs are straight. Actually, the back leg can do whatever the back leg wants to do. You can bend it considerably if you'd like, but let's put both hands flat on the mat in front of us and straighten that front leg as much as you can. Your back leg does not have to be straight. If your back leg is straight, great. If the back leg is bent, fine, it's great. Be where you are. The most advanced version of the pose is the one that feels right in your body. We're really concentrating on the stretch of this front leg, leaning in deeply, bringing the belly as close to the thigh as we can. If you need to have your leg bent, still the goal is to have the belly as close to the thigh as you can. This one generates quite the sensation for me. All down the back of my leg and the front of my leg through my foot as well. Just be a friend to yourself. Lean in, feel what you feel. Let's hold this for 7 more deep breaths. After your 7th breath, bend that front leg. Lift your hands off the floor. See if you can use the power of your thigh to push yourself back up. Pivot your feet, and then we'll do the other side the same way. Let the back leg bend, let the back leg do what the back leg does. And then just place your hands back flat on the floor again. Framing that left foot. And when you're ready, straighten the left leg as much as you can. Drink in the sensation that you feel and just let it be what it is. You bow your head down humbly. I bow my head humbly. 5 more breaths here. And as you breathe, realize that if you practice and prepare for life, then when life happens, it doesn't knock you off your feet as readily. So when we purposely allow ourselves to be with uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable sensations, then in real life, when the rug gets pulled out from under us, we've got a frame of reference, like, oh, well, this sucks, but I know it's okay because I've been uncomfortable before and it passed, and I know how to ride it without suffering. So in a way, doing this physical practice of being with the sensation of discomfort in the body, we're able to prepare for what happens in life, socially, economically, politically, with our health, with our family, big things, little things. And it's nice to be prepared, to build the muscle memory for allowing things to change constantly. One more breath. And then bend that front leg. Lift your hands and use your strong legs to push yourself back up to standing. You can't see me. I'm going to come down to my knees. You can stay standing or come to your knees. We're just going to do some side opening, and then we'll end for the day. Reaching the arms up to the sky. Take your right wrist in your left hand and bend to the left. And return to center. Take your left wrist in your right hand and bend over to the right. Come on down to your knees with me. If that doesn't feel good, the time for being uncomfortable is over, so find a place that feels comfortable for you. We'll just do a 1-minute pause meditation, so you can close your eyes or let your eyes be soft in the room. Take a nice big breath and let go of anything you need to let go of. I am not I. I am this one walking beside me, whom I do not see, whom at times I manage to visit, and whom at other times I forget. The one who remains silent when I talk, the one who forgives sweet when I hate, the one who takes a walk where I am not, the one who will remain standing when I die. That's Juan Ramon Jimenez. Breathe fully into your belly. I hope this little microdose of yoga improves your day today. And I'll be back tomorrow with some hula hoop yoga if you want to join me. I'll be back with this exact class next week, next Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here with me. Namaste.